global warming, or none like it hot. You're probably wondering why your ice cream went away. Well, Susie, the culprit isn't foreigners, it's global warming.
Global Wapu?
Yeah. Meet Mr. Sunbeam. He comes all the way from the sun to visit Earth.
Hello, Earth. Just popping in to brighten your day. La 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 la. And now I'll be on my way.
Not so fast, Sunbeam. We're greenhouse gases. You ain't going nowhere.
Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh, God, it hurts!
Pretty soon, Earth is chock full of sunbeams. They're rotting corpses heating our atmosphere.
And now we're beginning to see the impact in the real world. This is Mount Kilimanjaro more than 30 years ago, and more recent 30 years. And a friend of mine just came back from Kilimanjaro with a picture he took a couple months ago. Another friend, Lonnie Thompson, studies glaciers. Here's Lonnie with a last sliver of one of the once mighty glaciers. Within the decade, there will be no more snows of Kilimanjaro. Here is what's been happening year by year to the Columbia Glacier. It just retreats every single year. And it's a shame because these glaciers are so beautiful, but those who go up to see them, here's what they're seeing every day now. In the Himalayas, there's a particular problem because 40% of all the people in the world get their drinking water from rivers and spring systems that are fed more than half by the meltwater coming off the glaciers. And within this next half century, those 40% of the people on Earth are going to face a very serious shortage because of this melting. Our technologies are often bigger than the human scale. When you put them all together, they've made us a force of nature. And this is also a political issue. This is a computer map of the world that distorts to show the relative contributions to global warming. In our country, we are responsible for more than all of South America, all of Africa, all of the Middle East, all of Asia, all combined. He worked for the American Petroleum Institute, and in January of 2001, he was put by the president in charge of environmental policy. He received a memo from the EPA that warned about global warming, and he edited it. He has no scientific training whatsoever, but he took it upon himself to overrule the scientists. I said, I want to see what this guy's handwriting looks like. This is the memo from the EPA. These are his actual pen strokes. He says, no, you can't say this. This is just speculation. This was embarrassing to the White House, so this fellow resigned a few days later, and the day after he resigned, he went to work for ExxonMobil. You know, more than 100 years ago, Upton Sinclair wrote this, that it's difficult to get a man to understand something if his salary depends upon his not understanding it. Let me give you an example of the wrong way to balance the economy and the environment. One part of this issue involves automobiles. Japan has mileage standards up here. Europe plans to pass Japan. Our allies in Australia and Canada are leaving us behind. Here's where we are. Now there's a reason for it. They say that we can't protect the environment too much without threatening the economy and threatening the automakers, because automakers in China might come in and just steal all our markets. Well, here is where China's auto mileage standards are now. Way above ours. We can't sell our cars in China today because we don't meet the Chinese environmental standards. California has taken an initiative to have higher mileage cars sold in California. Now, the auto companies have sued California to prevent this law from taking effect because, as they point out, 11 years from now, this would mean that California would have to have cars for sale that are as efficient 11 years from now as China's are today. Clearly, too onerous a provision to comply with. Is this helping our companies succeed? Well, actually, if you look at who's doing well in the world, it's the companies that are building more efficient cars. And our companies are in deep trouble. You see that pale blue dot? That's us. Everything that has ever happened in all of human has happened on that pixel. All the triumphs and all the tragedies, all the wars, all the famines, all the major advances. It's our only home. And that is what is at stake. Our ability to live on planet Earth, to have a future as a civilization. I believe this is a moral issue. It is your time to seize this issue. It is our time to rise again to secure our future.